the hair meshes. Excellent. Every single time that EA's like, I updated the thing, I'm like, please don't turn off the meshes again. And it's off in the background. Teehee, I might have. Hello, Doc. Hello, Ferb. Mikey also, yes. And you may hear Sophie later, because she and Mikey are playing RuneScape. But I'm going to the war table. I have a war to do at the table. Aw, Ferb says they love Soapy as the peanut gallery.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
Our alliance with Orlais holds. For the present. They'll send aid on request.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons.
Fantastic.
With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus' followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
I'd love to get some deserters.
Perhaps they'll rethink following the Darkspawn Magister from the dawn of time. Where is Corypheus now?
After you dealt with the Duchess, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds. He's moving south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
Don't we have to go and deal with what's-her-bucket?
They've terrorized Thedas long enough.
We have to go kill his
them
second
now.
in command, don't we?
If
She's going to
Corypheus
be
is
a
hiding
vessel
in the
for
Arbor
something.
Wilds, that's where we'll go.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more.
That's
what
not
he
good.
hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Yeah, Calpurnia, there we go.
Surprise no one.
Morgan!
Fortunately, I can assist.
You have my attention, Lady Morrigan.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
'Tis best if I show you.
It's my mother. Califurbia? Oh my god. Doc's trying to come up with Ferb-based pun names for every new Furby that Ferb adds to their collection of Furbies. See, you said Calfurbia, and I read that as Califurbia, like California, but with a Ferb. A Furby Inquisition wallpaper? Oh god, I might.
Is an illuvian. An
It is
elven
big!
artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored
And
this
their greed
one at
also.
great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
I like that as she talks, we hear an echo, but it's not an echo from being in the room. It's an echo coming back out of the Illuvian, and I made that conclusion because it's whispering. An Elfurbian, yes. Doc says, I love the flashing lights and textures. I do too.
This belonged to my people.
I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds. Untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
It does that!
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
You gotta bring Solus in here, he would shit his pants. Of course, if you brought Sarah in here and showed it to her, she'd go, so? I can travel too, with my legs. Don't need no stinky magic mirror for that. Oh, Doc said, I was talking about the bit of light coming from the windows that kept flashing in and out of existence and the wall textures in the war room that kept clipping with one another. Amazing. You guys are gonna be making furb jokes all night. Furbass. Instead of soulless, furbus. Furbian instead of Furbiana. Well, this is a cool misty plane of whatever the fuck is happening with those trees. There's some spooky shit here, I can tell.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost.
Furbellin, yes.
I call it the Crossroads, a place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
Oh god, Doc, a soulless Furby would actually be kind of horrifying because it would have to be bald.
This place is extraordinary. How could this even exist?
Who can say? Formed from the fabric of time and space, perhaps. The
Pocket
ancient
dimension!
elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
What do you mean, a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Illuvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
I suppose you have such a key.
The key can be many things. Each Illuvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
We need to go and fetch our sweet little Meryl and have her meet Morrigan.
You have another question?
I know.
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
What the fuck does that mean?
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I had a safe place to raise my son. But only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
Bro, are we talking multiversal convergence here? Because if so, that's funny. The energy here is weird.
This place isn't natural. It almost seems constructed. It's as if someone made a pocket within the Fade with its own rules of reality.
Are
If
we
the
inside
ancient
of
elves
the
could do
castle?
this,
The Black City?
It seems remarkable that the Magisters of Tevinter could ever challenge them. Yes.
it's deteriorating. Eventually, this place will simply collapse on itself.
Who can say how old it is? For now it stands, and thus retains its value.
Bro, that could mean that we're inside the Black City. Because a construction within the Fade? Something, it would make sense, wouldn't it? That it would be a big, sort of man-made looking structure, and I use man in quotations since it would be elven, that you could see from everywhere in the Fade as a hub for all of the Illuvians that lead to places that exist and places that don't, and possibly other dimensions. I think we're in the Black City.
I can't comment.
I know you can't comment. I'm just tossing out ideas.
Corypheus wants to come here.
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
Okay, so not the
He
Fade,
learned of
but
the
maybe.
Illuvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it.
Doc doesn't have a comment either. Oh yeah, because you guys have played the next game.
You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
Gotcha, Mummigan. Furbaste? Oh my god. I was trying to combine Furb and Nug, and all I could get was Fug. So you can have that as my offering for a Furby-based Dragon Age name. Fug sounds like a name for a really ugly dog. Hold up one of those horrible little creatures whose tongue can't fit in its mouth, its eyes are too buggy, and it has like 3 hairs, and you're like, this is Fug. My really fucking hideous dog. Furbastair. Oh no, this may have to become a wallpaper. Either that or cats. We have to decide. Because either way, Solus is gonna have to be hairless. And I don't know which is scarier. Alright.
Hairless cats exist and they're not scary.
I know. But fucking naked Furbies are scary. Oh goodness, how do I... Anyway. Go there. Let's fucking run to Solus. Solus, have you seen the shit in the other room? What? Elven artifact. It leads to a pocket dimension. He'd be like, I'm sorry, you have a what? And then he'd foam at the mouth and pass out. Have a little nerd faint. We'd have to put him on the settee. Furby Alistair would be really cute. It would. Well, it's because he's got cute little fluffy, blondie brown hair. Dirty blonde. There we go. That's the word I wanted. I couldn't remember what word it was. All right. Let's go to our table. Do all of our non-location-based quests that we should do, except for the ones we shouldn't. And then we can start doing side quests. I am surprised that she didn't have any reaction to Morrigan. Aiding Kirkwall, protect Clan Lavalin and Wycombe, and delicate negotiations. So this one's for me. Okay. Mikey! This one is called Protect Clan Lavalin and Wycombe. I will read it, and you can tell me if there's any difference in the thing. See, Mikey's my advisor for the war table.
Well, the only thing I advise you on is what the rewards are.
Yes. Delenn, thanks to the effort of your Inquisition, Clan Lavalin is safe within the city of Wycombe, and Duke Antony's mad efforts to destroy us have ended with his death. For now, I lead both our clan and the elves of this city, while the human merchants have formed a group that deals with us fairly and honorably. The other cities of the Free Marches listen to the false stories of the nobles who fled. I fear they will retaliate, but I am loath to flee this city, as that would effectively leave the city elves to die for our actions. If you have a path that leads to safety for our people, I welcome your advice.
You seem to enjoy yourself at the Winter Palace, Liliana. Or was that part of the game?
Yes and
Perhaps
yes.
it was both.
Yes. My options are Josephine. My diplomats may still be able to convince the remaining marchers to listen to reason. And Cullen says, if we negotiate, the marchers will kill the elves and then send apologies. We must fortify the city. Is there a difference in reward here?
There is a significant difference in outcome and reward.
Oh. I know you can't tell me the outcome.
Cullen gives you an additional reward.
An additional reward. Okay.
That is a mount.
Ooh. Well, then we're going to go with Cullen. Also, I think that Cullen's plan is probably the best one, is we fortify the city, and then we stand there and go, all right, everybody, listen the fuck up. Cullen is correct.
All right.
Royal 16 is the name of this. I think that's a horse. Hard to say. We'll know when we go to the stable. Commander Cullen, our troops fortified the city of Wycombe and flew the Inquisition banner. It's good that we did, as the marchers had soldiers ready to invade the city and kill every elf inside. They were not ready to make an enemy of the Inquisition, however, and when they saw our soldiers, they pulled up short. The Inquisition diplomat, Lady Guinevere Volant, handled the negotiations quite well. When presented with evidence of the red lyrium, which we made clear was an unholy tool of Corypheus himself, the marchers backed down from their claims of a baseless elven rebellion and pledged to leave Wycombe in peace. They have also donated generously to the Inquisition's coffers to make clear their support for our cause. Hooray! Alright, what are the 2 quests I shouldn't do? I know a patrol for the crew, from the looks of things.
The outcome, by the way, the other outcome for that war table operation would have resulted in the death of your entire clan.
Oh, God. Okay. Good thing I picked. Ooh. Oh, my God. I'm guessing this is for the guys at the table. A report in Cullen's hand, and Cullen's the only option. We've had a request for some general patrols. It is heartening that we are being looked to in this way, but I doubt we would find any activity directly related to Corypheus, and our resources are better sent elsewhere. This request was in the same region as the bandits reported by the Sutherland lad. Perhaps we should extend his duties. Yep. I'll notify the Sutherland boy that he'll have minor sanction to request resources for patrols. Cool! Let's do it!
To work?
Yeah! The Sutherland lad and his small crew have reported in. Only minor trouble as expected. Nevertheless, they have increased our presence. They seem useful freelancers. Alright, we're going to back out for just a moment. And we're going to go and talk to him. Oh no, Ferb said, I may have listened to Josephine originally and gotten my entire clan killed. Oh, I'm so sorry. Why do I see an exclamation point? I think that that's just, I happen to be seeing something through the wall.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. When I came out, my mouse moved and it turned into a speech bubble with an exclamation point on it, but there's nothing there. That's why I said I think I may have been targeting somebody through the wall by accident. Like, it did that. This little icon here. Mm-hmm. But I didn't see a name or anything. Oh! Oops, I called Doc Ferb. We've been saying Ferb way too much tonight. I know. So that's just what I'm calling everybody. Alright. Let's go talk to our boy. Mike said we might need to reload the map in order to talk to him and have that quest update. So if we do, then I'll do a quick travel to outside. And that should reset the map. Hi, Krem. Sup, Krem Diddle Krem.
Good work out there, boss. Those blighted nugs won't infect anything now.
What?
Jade, thanks for joining in on that escort for Lady Montilier.
Whatever.
She's great, right?
Oh, they have a rogue. I joked and said, hey, Mikey, next they're going to grab a rogue, and I think they did.
I didn't comment because I knew that they would.
Training hard, Inquisitor. You have the best people, and we're gonna help.
Outfitting the crew operation is now available. Yes. I do like that. He's like, you did a great job out there, and she's like, whatever, go fuck yourself. And he's like, yeah, awesome. Sure, yeah, whatever. Blighted Nug is a hell of a concept, right? Can you imagine a horrible little zombie Nug just coming at you? Instead of brains, they go cheese.
I played during the Easter event. I don't have to imagine. I'm
sorry, what? There were zombie Nugs?
I've told you about this before. There were
forgot.
golden nugs that would go after you and explode.
Oh my god, they explode!
Yep.
Oh,
That
they're
was the
little
Easter event.
bombs. That's horrifying. But also hilarious. April Fools explodes a nug. Explodes nug with mind. Ladies, gentlemen. Where's outfitting the peeps? Outfitting the crew. A hastily scribbled letter from the quartermaster. While I would never question the wisdom of the Inquisitor at such a contentious time, if we are to insist on relying on mercenaries acting in our names, I would ask that they represent us properly. We can't be seen to employ the poorly equipped, in the Inquisition. More exactly, I cannot. I humbly request permission to outfit the crew. Sutherland leads. Sir Morris. Is there a difference in reward?
Oh, what is this one?
Outfitting the crew. Josephine says if they represent us, then they should reflect our influence. Liliana said it would take little to have them look like the hidden army they could be. Oh, the hidden arm they could be. And Colin says he wishes them formidable. Make them formidable. Heavy armor.
1 second, because this is part of the chain, and...
so it takes a minute to
I
unravel.
have requests for information on your lineage from a few interested parties at
Is
the
this
Winter
for Colin?
Palace.
I bet it's Colin.
Andraste preserved.
Yes!
Feel free to use those requests as kindling.
No, I shall take them. I want to know who pines for our commander. We can use this to our advantage.
I am not bait.
Hush. Just look pretty.
Just stand there and look pretty, Cullen. Don't worry about it. Oh. Doc said, oh no, the Darkspawn employing exploding nugs. They finally found a way to combat the Mabari and Liliana. Yeah, no. I'd be heartbroken too. I'd be like, no, the babies. Also, they explode. No. Oh, God. Maybe that'd be a Seeker Halloween wallpaper, zombie nug. Just bah. Jeez! Jeez! Bah. That's the sound of a nug exploding into a cloud of cheese dust. Like the stuff that they put on Cheetos and Doritos and Goldfish. Flavored blasted Goldfish. Oh my god. Astonishing.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Perp said I'm currently eating nug dust.
the armor is merely an aesthetic thing, I believe. 1 second.
Okay. So we can make them look regal, we
One
can make them
moment.
look sneaky, or we can make them look big. What if the nugget wallpaper is nugget in all sorts of circumstances? Zombie nugget, monarch nugget, golden nugget. Yes. I would be willing to do that
Okay.
if you guys are willing to accept that it may take a second month to do some of the more dramatic ones.
Choose whatever armor you want. Something that you should know is there is a bug. If you begin the quest, 1 second. If you begin the quest, what Pride has had wrought, this will bug out and you will not be able to complete the chain.
Okay, so don't start anything else until we're done.
Don't start the next main quest, what Pride had wrought.
I'm not planning to do that until we've cleared all the other side content.
Well, you have Jaws of Hacken left.
Yeah, as well as all the fun little side stuff, but yes. Okay.
And well, some of the companion quests, but I mean,
Yeah.
you're running low on side content.
Yes. Can't believe we're getting close to being done, you guys. Okay, let's make them sneaky and cool. A note from the quartermaster. Thank you for the indulgence. I've outfitted Sutherland and a small crew in equipment more appropriate to agents of the Inquisition. Given their humble origins, it is doubtful they've ever seen the like. Let's go see what they're doing. Let's see them be sneaky babies.
Inquisitor.
I would quick travel from there to there, but I feel like the distance and the load time are probably equal. So. Hi, Sir Grit.
Inquisitor.
Alright then. You're standing there like you had something to say. Guess not. How y'all doing?
This is sleek stuff.
Ooh.
I've never seen anything like this.
Look at these fancy peeps.
Serious bard gear. This is the best.
Wow. And you're greeting it. You too, Voth. I can't wait for the next job. Inquisitor, this gear is the best. I never thought, well, will be worth it, I swear.
A test of metal and the crew is now available. Let's have a nice look at everybody. There's Discount Solus in his fluffy gear and bandana. Angie girl, all pieced out? No, that's not what I wanted to say. All decked out, there we go. Looking good, looking sneaky. Look at this anime protagonist with his little scarf. Perfect. Whee! Next quest, next quest. I wonder how many streams Veilguard will take when we get there. Probably not actually that many considering how small the game feels compared to Inquisition, said Doc. That's a good point.
I don't know. The first act drags. So.
So then it may feel like it's longer than it is.
Well, yeah, it distorts my perception of the game's length.
Alright. We're a council. I must help the babies. We have a little baby adventure squad. They need at least one more person to become a full squad of peeps. Alright, where are they? Delicate negotiations and aiding Kirkwall are on this side. Maybe it's on this side. House Almadarius.
Any clues to his next move?
Unmask
Some,
those across the
but
sea.
not enough
A
for
gift
us
from
to go
the
on just yet.
palace. Ah, test of metal in the crew. Okay, this quest is called A Test of Metal in the Crew, Mikey. A report sealed with the mark of a minor lord. It is irrelevant who noticed the darkspawn your worship. Such pockets are not uncommon. We understand you cannot allow such things on trade routes you wish to exploit. Unfortunately, we cannot allow external forces to cross our holdings. Instead, we request sanction to act under your banner. It is a risk we are prepared to take, because such partnership and the expected increase in status will be profitable. In return, we will promise resources, but we remain committed to merely observing your greater struggle. I trust you understand. Lord Presmond Alls, a note by Colin added below the report. Brought to our attention by Sutherland and his crew. Charming. Our options are, Josephine says...
I'll just let you know ahead of time that Leliana's choice is the only one that continues this chain.
Okay, then we'll go with that. Josephine says, a holdout over negotiations. This offer comes with caveats, but it is valuable. Cullen says, do we need such allies? March. And Liliana says, answer with a small group and give this fool no reason to posture. Sutherland and his crew will serve. Ah, well that's good to pick anyway, because, you know, that's sending them. Let's do it.
Let's see what we have.
Sutherland and his company dealt with the Darkspawn threat. Lord Irrelevant paid no attention to them. I believe he was expecting a larger force he could posture against, not young adventurers. Such a shame to disappoint him. They're basically our little D&D group that we're fostering here. Let's go check on our babies. This hallway is so very familiar now. Gentlemen, lady.
I know. Then you were off the walls. Voth hit him with fire and I got him around the side.
You were very dashing.
Oh.
Saved him good.
Couldn't let him get near you. Either of you. We're a team. Better, we're an adventuring company. Oh shit, we're a company!
Ah shit, we're a company!
Inquisitor, you should have seen it. Darkspawn. We put your flag in the center of their bloody lair and held it.
Isn't he good? He's very good.
We are better than good. We'll prove we're an adventuring company of the Inquisition. Your company, Inquisitor. I said I'd pay you back, and I will.
A crew of ambassadors is available.
As I understand, this is actually based off of a tabletop game that some of the writers played.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I said they felt like a D&D party. I love it. Oh my goodness. We're watching these little babies grow up into big adventurers.
Inquisitor.
Pretty soon they're going to be having world-saving adventures of their own. I'm so proud. I'm a proud Inquisition mama of my little adventure babies. Let's go. Alright, let's check over here for Reldon first. Anything new in there? No. Alright. Truth or Dare, the end game. Unmask the fools. Negotiate a deal for weapons plans. Ah, here we go. Crew of ambassadors. A request worth considering. Using a smaller focused group for patrols has allowed a presence in areas where soldiers would intimidate and diplomats are looked on with suspicion. Sutherland and his group apparently crossed paths with unusual dwarven work detail, and now we have an unexpected opportunity. An outreach to the mighty cast of Orzammar. They are asking for help finding a lost expedition of drifters and offering sizable rewards. Specifically requested was, quote, the company that showed you're not all sky mad. Our options...
The outcomes do not matter here.
They do not matter? Okay. Josephine says, it's a rare chance for exchange. They'll have writs to bargain. Liliana says, targeted help, but no interference. A small group in the Deep Roads can do great things. And Cullen says, we'll secure enough of the surrounding area to ensure they can proceed without distraction. I like Liliana. Targeted help, but no interference. A small group in the Deep Roads can do great things. A notched longbow grip. Sutherland and company returned with sizable resources, a cadre of support personnel, and promises of future trade with the mining cast directly. They're ambassadors, whether intended to be or not. Yay! I have a feeling this is probably the last one. Because that's a pretty big deal. But I might be wrong. There might be more. Oh, a crew of adventurers operation is available. I didn't even talk to them yet.
I would still talk to them.
I'm still gonna go talk to them. I want to hear their reaction before I sent them on anything. Yahoo!
From Haven's fire come we, the able true.
They're not here.
Strong and free.
Oh. They're not in here. Interesting. Well, we can try really quickly reloading the area to see if they appear. And if not, then that means that they're waiting on us at the table. Actually, we may need to quick travel to the throne room in order to actually reset it. Hold on. We need a loading screen. Yeah, there we go.
Inquisitor.
Let's see. Eh. Nope, they're still not here. Interesting.
Well, let me know if you find one.
I also periodically see an exclamation point over here, but it disappears whenever I get close to the building.
Your worship.
Alright, let's try their final, possibly final quest. Into the room. A crew of adventurers. Sutherland's company have made a request for further expeditions to bolster Inquisition coffers. He seems driven to match the investment made in the group thus far.
Has changed in Halam Shiral, and so little.
Madame Méprise is a fixture. The sun will grow cold before she retires.
The goal is rambling.
The outcome doesn't
matter?
matter here.
Awesome. The goal is rambling, but has potential. A small group is certainly better suited for ferreting out whatever misplaced city, horror-filled tomb, or borderland keep he's looking to scout. Options. They'll have passage when they need it. The rest is rightfully up to them. They'll have the contacts to do the work they're good at, or commit to recovery. Best to let them work, not get soldiers in their way.
All right.
Another delivery from the travels of Sutherland's company. The group may not be in the minds of heads of state, but they certainly brought word of the Inquisition to any number of people. Oh, that's fantastic.
Go check on him.
E.
You have to do that in order for
Yes.
the next portion to open up.
There's more? Oh my goodness. Okay.
I told you. Back when you started this, I told you you want longer quest chains.
Mm-hmm.
Inquisitor.
The Inquisitor.
You making the big money.
Mm-hmm.
How does
The
it
big
feel?
money. And then I will
Something like that.
trade it with the dog that can do math.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh, Pebbles. Who do I talk to? It's so high here.
Oh, her name is Rat! Hi, honey! Hey!
Your worship, I'm with Sutherland. I'm Rat, his squire. Forgive me, I'm not used to being this high up. I was following, and they were taken. They said to come here with a map if there was trouble. That you would help. They said you're a great woman, a leader. You'll help, right? Because I don't know what to do.
Oh! Oh my goodness, her name is Rat, and she's small and scared because it's open here. Oh. I find it, it's quite, fascinating, but also kind of adorable that below ground, the dwarves don't care what floor they're on, but here outside on the second floor, she's like, do I fucking air? I don't like it.
Inquisitor.
I mean, they've never seen the sky before.
I know. Oh my goodness. I have a feeling she's a castless. Yeah. Well,
she is now that she was cast out.
Yeah, so she must be
Or rather,
castless.
she left or whatever.
Yeah, I bet she started out castless because her name's Rat. Alright, let's go save our boys. And girl. And other girl. Alright, where are they?
After we beat the game, we should play a little bit of the multiplayer.
The Inferelden? Southern Company missing. The map brought by this rat gives a general area, but it will require significant investment to narrow the location of the missing group. The Squire was clear that Sutherland and his company are in dire need, and commitment must be swift. Josephine's option, while Mikey looks at that. Dire this may be, but if we present it as a hunt, we'll have every noble from here to Orlais on their trail. Liliana, I have a rookery full of blackwings ready to signal the search. Colin, need I say it? March. Numbers will flush them out.
Can you back out and before we do this, save? Because there is a known bug that
absolutely
triggers and acts as though you never did this, which leads to a bad outcome.
Oh, I quick saved before I came in here, but I'll do a hard save, yeah.
Yeah, well, it'll need to be a hard save because you'll need to be able to load back here if the bad outcome occurs.
Okay. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Anything I should be aware of before I pick?
Your choice does not matter here. Just to let you know, it will unlock a physical quest that will take you to a location.
Cool. Let's go, Liliana.
Let's see what we have.
The last trail of Sutherland and Company found and mapped. On your action, Inquisitor, if they need assistance, you're in the best position to render it. Let's go save our children! How do I go there? Do I go to the deep roads for this?
Nope.
Okay. Then I'll back out and see what's opened up. Ah, here we go.
You should have quests entitled Sutherland and Company Missing.
Yeah.
And it should take you to the Storm Coast.
There we are. Ah! Where are we going? There. Let's go save them! Who we gonna bring? His card changed. Blackwall has left. I remember he'd left, but like...
Yeah, you gotta go do his thing too.
Mm-hmm. Let's double rogue it. AKA the Seattle of Westeros. Another location of Game of Thrones I wish we saw more of, the Storm Coast. Ah, I read those out of order. Ooh, Corypheus' card looks funky. His weird, crusty wood plank face. Like he got bark grown out of him. Gilbert says he calls it that because it's always raining. Oh, Doc asks if Corypheus is supposed to be the Five of Cups since he has 5 hands in the picture and a cup. Perhaps. He could be the Five of Cups. I don't know off the top of my head what the Five of Cups does. My memory for tarot is mostly just...
He sips a lot.
He sips a lot! What do you think the other Magisters of old look like? I mean, if they still exist, they probably look similar to him. I imagine that they're all really fucked up by the blight, if they're still alive. If they're recognizable. Ferb says, many hands for sippin'.
These are my sipping hands.
This is my sippin'. You've got 3 additional hands. Yeah, they're for sippin'. For sippin'? I have many things to sip. Oh god, what's the term for a person who
takes a lot to look this pruny.
Takes a lot to look this pruny. What's the name of a person who does wine tasting? They have a fancy name.
Sommelier?
Sommelier, thank you.
He's
a secret. He's a secret sommelier. You underestimate my dedication to being a sommelier. But I have 3 additional hands, so I can hold 3 additional cups. And sip many different wines all together. Gilbert says, a sippin' hand, remote hand, food hand, scratching hand, and a good old slapping hand. Amazing. Corypheus has all the hands in all of the pies / cups. Thank you, Doc. Alright. We nip around here and we should be able to go up to where he's at. Bird. Goodbye, bird. Goodbye, low poly seagull. I actually don't know if it was low poly or not. Hello!
If it's not meant to be looked at closely, it is low poly.
Makes sense. Everybody get in the circle.
Put up a fight. Stand ready.
Hello, Hurlick. I like how she says Herlock. Call him a Hurlick. Put up a fight, you say?
Make it take you.
He blew up. It's because my bowmans are powerful. As in the first game, the bow is unbeatable. The superior ranged weapon. Oh, here's the hole we sealed up.
Magic. So uncivilized.
Look, magic's fun, but I'll always have a special place in my heart for the bow and arrow. I took to it as a child, and it will always have a special place. Alright, what's the best way to get up here? Just keep on going this way, got it. Let's see, can we continue to just brute force it up this mountain? We might be able to. We're kind of doing it. Yes! We did it. Oh, I hear them. Hi, everybody!
It's the Inquisitor. I told you. She's the truest.
Boom!
You're fighting a legend. That's the Inquisitor.
You guys okay?
I knew you'd come. Rat's a good runner. We saved a caravan but lost the fight. Saw your flag and were hoping we were good for a ransom. Once they learned we were nobody, we were as good as dead. But here you are.
Of course I'm here. You're an adventuring company of the Inquisition.
You hear that? Did everyone hear that?
We heard it, you fool.
Inquisitor, we'll return to the hold, and we'll be back out in no time. Thank you.
I salute you, you goober. I didn't realize we were nobody. You are not nobody. Don't you ever say that. You're my little guys. Yeah, for sure, it's either you or me, and it isn't gonna be me. Exactly.
By the way, Liliana's comment for the previous operation that you did, a crew of adventurers. Little known fact, but her comment about exploring like a misplaced city, horror-filled tomb, and Borderlands Keep is actually a reference to 3 Dragon Age adventure modules.
Oh, that's cool!
The Lost City, Tomb of Horrors, and the Keep on the Borderlands.
That's so cool. What a wonderful reference this has been.
A lot of the writers were D&D fans, so and they did a lot of like tabletop gaming together.
So happy. They're a good team. In dire need of better management, but a good team nonetheless. Sorry, I was getting a drink of water. We're a team because many of them have been let go or left of their own accord. Yeah, that's true, Doc. I do think, though, or at least it's gotten me thinking, because people are like, what the hell's going on? You know, why is this all going wrong suddenly? And I've come to a couple of conclusions.
Inquisitor.
One that I don't really think you could or should do anything about because the alternative isn't particularly nice. I think the first problem is bad management. There's a lot of people who haven't done any managing, being in charge of an entire project. And since they've not done it before, you know, they don't know when it's time to be like, well, we need to stop adding in that stuff and, like, and get it done. The second thing is that a lot of the stuff that we really like was made, for lack of a better term, art through adversity. Like, Dragon Age 2 had an extremely short production time for a video game, which probably means there was a lot of crunch involved, which is why I say the second thing I don't think you could really do anything about, because that would be, you know, adding adversity back in, and I don't think you should do that. But perhaps that means that with better management, there would be more of a case of, hey, this is the hard deadline for getting the basic story beats set up. You know, you have plenty of time to get shit done, but this is when this part will be done. The basic stuff for the game needs to be done by now, and if you don't have time to fit in the cool little neat thing you wanted to do, then just leave that for later and we'll figure it out. Because that way, at least, it would have to have a strong structure. Because
I think the biggest problem for Veilguard is that it was rebooted 2 or 3 times. And
yeah, that too.
It, like, both Anthem and Veilguard suffered from a lot of lack of coherent vision.
Yeah. The same thing happened with Mass Effect Andromeda too, I think.
Andromeda was different. It was a different studio, first of all, so it wasn't the Edmonton studio.
Yeah.
But it was similar. It was similar not in the sense that they lacked vision. They did have a vision. The vision was just unattainable.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Doc says, somewhat related to that, there have been a few interviews with former Bethesda devs saying that there was just not as much freedom to do the stuff they wanted to while making Starfield as there was when they were making Skyrim. I think that's I think there's a huge issue with management, both in a sense of too much and not enough. And, and Gilver adds in, Anthem could have been great. Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, I think that a lot of it is just management issues. Is that there's pressure not being put on responsibly in places where it should be. But then and then in other places, there's too much.
In Bethesda's case, I think.
Experience.
Well, in Bethesda's case, I think it's a product of the team being so large now.
Yeah, that too. Too many people doing too many things.
A lot of
communicate as easily.
A lot of former developers from BioWare described that as the studio grew, leadership started to feel less like you're a leader of a team and more like you're steering a cruise liner. And it's like you're like trying as hard as you might, but one person is not getting that entire thing to move.
Yeah, well, it's because you then start having to, delegate. Yeah, delegate. You have to start delegating communication with smaller chunks of people. Like, you're like, oh, like, I've got 3 people in charge of these different things, for example. They'll tell me what's going on with all the people working under them. But then that means that you're not talking to those people directly now, and you get the summarized version from them. So you don't get quite as clear a picture of what's going on, but at the same time, being able to sit down with what could ostensibly now be well over 100 people isn't feasible. They made a live-action trailer for Anthem. Yeah. And the trailer itself felt like it had more direction than the game did. Yeah, well, that's because when that, if I remember correctly, when that trailer came out, they'd only just decided that flying was going to be a thing.
They prototyped flying and showed it to...
Oh, I should have gone to the tavern.
I forget what EA exec. May have been Patrick Soderlund. I don't remember. They showed it to an EA, like a EA high exec, and the exec was like, "Yeah, of course we're gonna put flying in the game. This was great." And it was the exec's pressure that made that happen, and it was the best part of the game. This is why I always wince whenever people talk about studio meddling as though it's always a bad thing.
Oh, the map didn't load. Okay, there we... Oh, no. Okay, sorry, please continue.
In that case, it led to a positive. One of the best parts of the game was the flying. It felt great.
Yeah.
I think that...
Oh, they're not.
I think BioWare and Bethesda, I think larger team sizes actually wind up hurting development. Because, you get a lot of different... It dilutes a lot of the vision. And it can lead to teams not being as agile as they need to be.
Hard to rhyme. A challenge for another day, I think. Forgive
Where you
me
have
distractions, Eminence. I'm overwhelmed by you and what you've done.
Sorry, I didn't realize
My
she was
name is
gonna
Merida,
do
a humble bard.
I see. Sorry, please continue.
The more team members that you have, the more managers you need to have, and the more managers that you have, the more diluted the vision becomes, and the more difficult it becomes to quickly make design decisions. And I think, a lot of the people from Bethesda have talked about how they don't have the freedom to do the things that they did. For example, there was one of the lead artists talked about how werewolves were saved because he and another designer went rogue and kind of designed their own feature suite behind everyone's backs and then showed it off, and they're like, this is great. They talked about how they couldn't really do that today because of the sheer scale of the team. And I think that's just a product of the teams getting bigger. But they kind of have to get bigger. right? Like
Yeah.
it's a double-edged sword. If they don't get bigger, then the games aren't going to become more ambitious. But the larger the teams get, the harder it becomes to do ambitious things.
Yeah, exactly. You need more people to make more complicated stuff, especially as technology increases and the ability to put more things and more detail and more this, more that in your game. You know, like early Game Boy games could be made by a group of like 5 to 10 people. Because you didn't need like a whole group of people to all be working simultaneously on 3D models. You had one dude doing sprites and one guy doing coding and one guy doing the music, and that was kind of it. But now you need a whole bunch of people to do all of that because the games have increased in scope and scale and art style. So,
well, I think
yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
I think that games, like, it's not guaranteed the game will be bad if the team is large. There have been some good games that have come out with teams that were, like, sometimes near 1,000 people.
This is also true.
But I will say that, you know, I think it depends on the leadership style of whoever's in charge, and not everyone's cut out to helm a team of thousands of people.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, it depends on the type of game. You know, Red Dead Redemption 2 had a lot of people working on it. And it definitely has a lot of like vision, but it's not ambitious in the way that you would expect a sequel to be, if that makes sense. It feels like like from a design perspective, it's a pretty bog standard Rockstar open world game.
Yeah. To answer really quick your question, Doc, of how many people developed Daggerfall, which is a Elder Scrolls game. People say the general consensus is that it's a little hard to specifically say how many because some people came in and out and there's a few unofficial people who worked on it, but it's a minimum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people, give or take a handful. And Ferb also pointed out the first Kingsfield game that FromSoft made was done in 6 months back in 1994. Yeah. Now it's a minimum of like, I don't know, take a 5 to 10 years maybe. So, yeah, it's one of those things where shit's complicated, and I think there's definitely room for improvement, but I also think that people are going to have to accept that there's going to be more mistakes now because they're big. Wicked, wicked big.
Not just mistakes. I think people need to understand that it's a combination of things. I think there's a large portion of the general audience that is ignored because they're not vocal.
True.
So I think a lot of gamers need to accept that they are not the majority, and that general audiences often feel contrary to how they feel about a lot of things.
Yeah.
The other thing is gamers need to stop thinking there's an easy solution to a lot of these problems.
Yeah, there's not. Yeah. Ferb said there's really nothing wrong with making just a small game, though. It's just, I guess they don't maybe make as much money. I don't know. Yes and no. I mean, Stardew Valley's made money hand over fist, and that was, you know, it's somewhat large in content, but comparatively, it's a small game, and it was made by a guy over the course of 2 years.
Well, more than 2 years, but also
I thought it was 2. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Something to also keep in mind about Stardew Valley is for every success story that there is for an indie game, there's a bajillion flops. There's a bajillion people who put forth their savings to try and make an indie game, and no one knew about it or paid attention.
Yeah. It's complicated. Shit's complicated, is what we're saying. All right, Bard, I've left you waiting here for a million years. How do you help?
What do you bring to the Inquisition?
A simple thing that you know well. The power of a muse to rally hearts and minds. Inquisitor, I want to spread the word of what you've done. A small but vital role. Perhaps I'll also make a coin or two.
Ah, so you're a bard then.
Are you a bard like those of Orlais?
Oh, heavens no. I'm a minstrel first. My weapon is a cutting tongue, not blades. I hope my skills will help in some small way, if only I can give your deeds their due.
Carry on, then.
Oh, I will do my best, Inquisitor.
So there is/was a quest here, and it's her.
There is an issue that you should
Ah, here we go.
address. I think it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
Okay, so we have a thing available. There are also plants in the corner. Every once in a... Oh, they're passed out on the table, okay. I was like, what the fuck's that? Every once in a while, the game freaks out, but for the most part, it holds up very well.
You want to know something that I've observed?
Yeah.
That needs to be changed, and this isn't just unique to the games industry, this is actually in almost all industries.
Mm-hmm.
There is a fear to criticize your peers' work.
Yes, that too. I noticed that when I was in art school. Nobody wanted to say anything bad. And I ended up in a class at one point. I forget which one. That's not really relevant. But I ended up in a class one time where I was the only person who offered criticism in terms of, I think that, you know, this could be changed or this could be changed. And so everybody decided that that meant that when it was time to review my work, that they should rip it to pieces because I was being an asshole. And I'm like, I'm really not. Like, what do you want from me? Were you going to check on the Sutherland crew? Yeah, they're not at their table right now, Biotic. They seem to still be questing. So we're going to go to the table and see what's up with that. Because they're not on the second floor. I just realized that there was a quest there, and I finally figured out how to get the thing. I guess you can only get it when she's not singing? Because I had to wait for her to shush before the exclamation point appeared again. So let's see. Where's this rumor that we need to stop? Stop the rumors. And a company of heroes. Here we go. Here they are. 3 requests in as many weeks for inclusion in our cause. If Sutherland imagines a debt, he is well on his way to paying it. These few youths have brought in allies by the score and from surprising places. We need only extend our influence in their wake. I expect our diplomats to jog to at least make it seem like work. While Mikey's looking at that to give me advice, Josephine says, I will extend trade immediately. Could this be simpler? Liliana says the primary work is done. I shall begin with the neighbors. And Colin says, I suggest a retinue to welcome new territories. A simple matter, thanks to the work already done.
The rewards do not change.
The rewards do not change? Cool. Let's send a big welcome party. Doc says, well, don't you know, Alex? Criticism equals judgment, which equals negative, which equals bad. Yeah.
It's because a lot of artists don't know how to distance their work from themselves.
Yeah, and everybody's stressed out in college, and everybody's... It's a mess.
This is not just college, though. This is people who work in the industry.
This is also true, too.
For stuff that I make for other people, I like have this distance that I keep for whatever I'm doing. That makes my life so much easier, because if they have a problem with it, I'm like, oh yeah, we can change it.
Yeah, let's change it. Yeah,
I don't care.
I try to do that too. I try to do that as well. Although I must admit that I am still prone to frustration when then they can't tell me what they want. Oh, please. Sutherland's company delivered some very useful contacts. Their contribution has been immeasurable, and I hope they know it. We now have a reward of a heavy shield. Pattern. Alright, let's check on them one final time. And then we can go to the table and clear out all of those quests. Surely. this is the end of the quest. If it's not, I'll be shocked.
While I understand what you mean, I think that's more applicable to like a typical like freelance client like interaction.
Yeah, that's true too.
The process of development
that's mostly
requires
of what I've had, I must admit.
Requires a degree of exploration that a person needs to be willing to engage with. But I feel like there's a lot of people who interpret that as their ideas aren't good enough, or they're not agreeing on what needs to be done.
Give it to her now.
Oh,
not yet. It's not enough.
You know it is. You're just chicken.
If I didn't love you.
Shut it, you fool.
Oh, they fell. I'm sorry. Finish your thought, sweetie, before we talk to Sutherland and Rat.
My thought was finished.
Okay, I can target Iron Bolt through the floor. Hey, Sutherland!
Inquisitor, we have something for you. We've been saving, and well, this is yours.
It's payback for all you invested, plus extra. You know, investment and such.
We just wanted to say thanks. We never would have been anything without you.
Ooh. Ooh, I like this. Our options are: I'm proud to have you, you've earned it, you deserved it, and sponsor someone like you. I'm gonna say that.
Pay it forward, Sutherland. Find someone like you and give them a chance.
I will. I swear I will.
Don't cry again, fool. Inquisitor, you see us in the tavern? We're buying.
If that's your will, your worship.
Fuck yeah. Rat, how you doing, buddy?
Inquisitor.
Oh, I wanted to talk to Rat. Rat?
Reporting, Inquisitor.
Oh, never mind then. I guess Rat means talking to him. Okay. Me? Oh, it's so nice to watch them grow up into a proper band of adventurers. I like that they even call them that, too. They're like, oh yeah, they don't call them like a mercenary band or hire-ons or anything. They're like, nah, these little adventurers, look at them go. Let's send them to the closest haunted cave. Yeah, figure that shit out. It'll be great. And then you'll hit level 5 and the cool shit begins. Alright. To the war table! Oh. It's okay, Doc. I basically said yeah, and Mike said that it's a thing that's carried over not just from art school, but also into projects as well. Stopping rumors. From far off Montsimard, a songstress comes with lies and thoughtless gibes, insults our name. I hated her in school, she pulled my hair. We must not let her make these vulgar claims. Oh, it's a little poem. Meriden. A minstrel with no tongue can tell no lies, says Liliana. Josephine says, our allies' words will turn the tide for us. And Cullen says, no, this is ridiculous. What advice do you have, Mikey? Is there a difference in result, other than, I guess, Cullen, which is do nothing?
1 second.
Probably gonna go with Josephine. I don't think that beating up a girl she didn't like and cutting her tongue out.
Josephine or Liliana provides rewards, whereas Collins does not.
Okay. Josephine.
At your service.
I got a sword called the Greatest Hits! There's liars. The liar's song is all too quick forgot, and at a word, her patrons turn aside. Good. Josephine, meanwhile, is just looking over and side-eyeing her friend. Yeah. Doc says, I like to imagine Cole's reaction, and is his reaction to Liliana saying a minstrel cannot tell lies with no tongue. Yes. Alright. So what quest should I be avoiding, Mikey?
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
You said that there were 2 on the table I should not do because they would be support for Cassandra and the third person.
They're literally called supporting blah or supporting blah.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. They're not on the board.
Just read the description and it'll tell you what the thing is about.
Aiding Kirkwall! The tumult of the Mage Rebellion has been quelled. However, the city where it all began, Kirkwall, still suffers from the consequences of the fanatic Anders' actions. Hey, Stinky Pants! Kirkwall was once my home, and it was the home of Grand Cleric Elithina, who was a mother to me and so many others. I will not watch it languish. Starkhaven will soon embark on a mission of aid. We will send troops and workers to assist in the rebuilding and restoration of the city. I humbly entreat the Inquisition for help in this endeavor. Sebastian. Sebastian!
Cullen gives you the best reward, by the way.
Cullen has the best reward? Okay, let's see what these are. Josephine says, I will plead for assistance from our supporters around Thedas. Restoring Kirkwall, a symbol of all that's happened, could be a significant act that cements our alliances. Liliana says, Corypheus is still threatening Thedas. Kirkwall has survived this long. It can do so for a while longer. And Cullen says, Red Lyrium may present an obstacle to rebuilding the city. Our soldiers can assist in its removal. Yeah, I'd go with him anyway. Ooh, a nice shield. Rebuilding efforts are progressing well, but there is little we can do about the Red Lyrium. It seems impossible to destroy. The gallows, where it is most concentrated, must be placed under quarantine. Our soldiers are handling it as we speak. Oh, it's literally infested with Red Lyrium. Well, I mean, Crazy Pants, when she died, turned into a lyrium statue, so I'm not surprised if it's gone all over the place. Ooh, we only have one option here. Delicate negotiations. My Lady Inquisitor, after your recent help with the Venatori, I'm hopeful that the Inquisition can assist with another matter. With peace restored in Orlais, I wish to engage in new talks with Empress Celine. We are not on friendly terms, for reasons I'll not disclose, and while peace between our nations is in everyone's best interest, the situation remains delicate. The Empress owes you,
Celine,
and thus...
you gotta stop fucking people, okay? It's getting out of hand. You keep fucking heads of state, and then you all get bitchy about it. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Ferb made a good point that that Crazy Lady literally turned into corrupted giant blood. How insane is that? That blight corrupted lyrium just grabs you and says, I'm gonna change you on a fundamental genetic level now. You are going to be giant blood.
How delightful is it that Dragon Age has decided that society won't just be ruled by mediocre men, but also mediocre women?
Yes! Progress! We can all be mediocre. Everybody's stupid.
Rejoice in our mediocrity!
You identify with Sebastian the most. Gilbert says, I identify with Sebastian the most, except he dominates in the looks department. Your sister, Bethany, literally calls Hawk, if you're playing a female Hawk, a lucky bitch if she romances him!
See, a lot of people misunderstood Elon Musk because of his fat veneers, but he didn't say that he wants a meritocracy. He said he wants a mediocrity.
I see.
A society governed by mediocre people.
Guilford shouted, Red Lyrium, buckle up, sweet cheeks, we growin'.
True.
Yes. Let's see.
Red Lyrium, Thedas' canker sword.
Yep. The Empress owes you, and thus you could facilitate these talks in a way no one else could. I await your response, Queen Honora Therian. Oh yeah, the game still acts like she. I guess she took his last name. But this is Queen Honora. We put her on the throne in Game 1. There's a great deal of bad blood between these nations, but I will do my best to facilitate their talks, you best. Why did I say that so threateningly? We love you. The talks between Ferelden and Orlais took place in Jader and went off more or less without incident. Queen Honora is a skilled diplomat after all, and it was clear that the Orlesians were not interested in more war. This is only the first such meeting, but we've paved the way for a peace treaty. Queen Honora sent her thanks along with a sword that is said to belong to their Ferelden hero, King Calenhad. According to her, it is a symbol of her appreciation for the Inquisition's efforts. Yay! Back. Investigating the Elven ruins is a new thing. Capitalizing an alliance with Fairbanks. I've been told that the Council of Heralds has reviewed the evidence and now recognizes Everest Le Marquis, known to us all till now as Fairbanks. Oh, these are the people that we helped push up into, I forgot the word I wanted. Whatever, we helped them rank up in society.
Yeah, Fairbanks is the guy who was denying his landholder title because he didn't want the responsibility. And I believe you chose to be like, no, you're gonna.
That's who it was. Yes,
title.
That's Fairbanks. We're like, no, you need to do something good with that. That's
you're being
That's
irresponsible and immature. Use what power you have to improve the stature of your people.
Yes, that's what it was. You're right. As the sole heir of Lord Guiraud Le Marquis, all holdings and chattel retained by the Le Marquis noble house have now reverted to the ownership of Lord Everest Le Marquis. I smell an opportunity. Josephine. Josephine says, a rebel helping the helpless, fighting the enemy. Everybody has a lot to say. Fighting the enemies of the Empire, and all while hiding the secret of his noble blood. It makes for a romantic story, and our legions love their romance. Sell Lord Everest right, and we'll have all the wealthy ladies of Southern Orlais eating out of his hand, and ours. Liliana, Lord Everest Le Marquis. I would like to see how he fares at court. The game is merciless, and even its best players often falter. A forest-dwelling loner, he'll be butchered. But given an easy target, predators often become arrogant and expose their weaknesses, and we'll be watching.
So basically, what she's suggesting is you use Fairbanks as a...
as bait.
As bait, basically.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to do that.
I'll say that Liliana's rewards are the best.
Okay, we may have to do that then. Cullen says, as I understand it, Fairbanks never wanted to acknowledge who he was. It was you who allowed word of his heritage to be revealed to the Council of Heralds. I say we leave him alone. Let him retain his privacy, what little is left. Normally I'd agree with you. But there's fun stuff to be had.
So, I'll give you specifics on the rewards, since you're torn. Yes. Josephine gives you gold.
Uh-huh.
Between 120 and 140 gold.
Uh-huh.
Liliana will grant you a decent chunk of influence.
Mm-hmm.
Colin gives you nothing.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
Inquisitor.
Fairbanks continues to impress. He's settled in a modest but well-appointed house close to the Dales and dedicated at least half of his grandfather's treasury to helping people rebuild their lives after the war. Cullen. I kind of want to leave him alone. Let him do... We've made him do his job. We shouldn't make him a lamb for the slaughter. Or suddenly have every wealthy person on the face of the earth show up at his door looking to exploit him. Let him figure shit out. House Almadries. Ah, ha, ha! Dorian has completed his research using the, oh my god, Liberalum, and he believes he has found a connection between Corypheus and an ancient magister named Thedas of House Amladaris. This will be difficult to prove and may be of limited use, but it is worth noting that House Almadaris still exists. Even the accusation that Corypheus and Thedas are the same person would be worthy of a scandal in Tevinter, one that the current members of that family might be desperate to avoid. Josephine says, blackmail them. They would undoubtedly do the same to us if our positions were reversed. That's savage coming from Josephine. She's like, get them. Get them now. Liliana, send them the information as a gesture of goodwill. Let's see what they do with it. And Cullen says, every Tevinter house has enemies. Sell the information to one of them. Nobody here has any good feelings in their heart for Tevinter, and rightfully so. Say what?
Choose how you wish to handle this.
However you want to. Okay. Let's go for it, Josephine.
Let us begin.
The reaction from House Amladaris was so quick and vehement, it can only mean that they have known about this scandal in their family tree for some time. Centuries, perhaps. Their first responses were threats, but after being assured of our serious intent, they quickly changed their tune. Several retainers arrived with a letter for you. The retainer's letter says, "My dear Inquisitor, naturally these accusations of a connection to those old legends are without merit, and even if that weren't the case, it would have little meaning to my family today. We are Tevinger citizens of good standing, uninterested in whatever this Corypheus has to offer, and will support the Inquisition in its efforts to fight this creature, however we may. Magister Irian of House Amladaris." Doc went dun dun dun. Imagine we just roll up to Corypheus's base and call it by its real name. Yeah. What sucks is he probably doesn't remember his real name. That'd be like fucking, oh my god, I forgot what his actual name is. I know it begins with an S, but it's like we just roll up to his building, knock on the door, and I go, "Steven, get the fuck out here." And he'd be like, "Who?" Like, "You. Get down here. I talked to your great-great-great-great-great-grandchild, and she says you have to go home."
We know his name. His name is Corey.
His name is Corey. Oh, Corey. A gift from the Imperial Palace. "My dear Ambassador," oh, we only have one option.
His name is Seth, by the way.
Seth. There we go.
Sethius Almadaris. Or
Sethius.
Amladaris. Sethius, but we're just going to call him Seth.
I'm going to call him Seth. Hey, Seth! Yeah, Doc says, yeah, I think that Sethius... Purple's laughing and says it's giving me real dead name vibes. Oh my god! Yeah!
This is the one time in which dead naming is acceptable.
Yes, you
dead name Corypheus.
You can dead name Corypheus. And only Corypheus.
Here's the thing, Corypheus is like if you took your DeviantArt name and made it your legal name.
Yeah! That's a better way to put it. If Ferb says always dead name Twitter. Yes. That's the second time it's okay to dead name. You dead name Twitter constantly. Doc says that to say on Yo Seth, how you doing is like rolling up and calling a teacher by their first name. And Gilver says a better insult name is Leslie.
I have only been... look, I've had a lot of professors throughout my academic career. I have been on a first name basis of only 2 professors.
I had so many be like, "You can just call me by my first name," and I'm like, that is not happening. You are Professor, insert last name here.
In my experience, I've only had 2 professors that were okay with calling them by their first name.
You are either Professor, Mr., or Ma'am, or Miss. You're not going to be on a first name basis.
Mr. Ma'am or
Mr. Ma'am or Miss Ma'am, yes. Miss Ma'am, Sir Ma'am, Professor Ma'am, Sir Ma'am, Your Majesty. All right. Marquis Briella and I wish to convey our fondest wishes to the Inquisitor and all the Inquisition. Oh, this is probably from the Queen. Or the Empress. I'll say it all fancy. Marquis Briella and I wish to convey our fondest wishes to the Inquisitor and all the Inquisition. Actually, this should probably be with a French accent, but I can't manage one right now. I'm sorry. Although I hope to pay a state visit to Skyhold in the near future, I fear the work of restoring what Gaspard has damaged requires too much of my time at present. My dear Marquis has, however, found a suitable means of showing our appreciation. You can't see it, but I actually have my hands pressed together and tilted sideways just under my chin. Like a bad painting of a cherub. Her friend found evidence of a venatory plot against a Navarran nobleman, Count Octavian. She believes they intend to ambush him on the road as he rides to Navarra City to meet with King Marcus. Relations between Navarra and Orlais have never been friendly, and my interference would be taken badly. You, on the other hand, could warn the Count, deprive the Venatori of their victim, and win support for the Inquisition in Navarra at a single stroke. Warmest regards, Céline Velmont. Josephine says, I have contacts in Navarra who could carry out our warning to the Count. Good. Ooh, an amulet of power. That's for me. Probably. Ambassador Montelier, I almost disregarded your warning, and thank the Maker I did not. Just as you said, Tevinter brigands ambushed me on the road to the capital. I lost 2 good men in the battle, but I would have lost more had we not been on our guard. I am humbled to admit that I am in your debt. Should you need a favor in Cumberland, you have one. Sincerely, Count Octavian. Yay. Unmask those across the sea. I had our people remove the downward-pointing triangular symbols from our outposts. Oh, this is from a while ago. But it's finally come to fruition. They have not made a reappearance, which means little. It's clear someone has an interest in the Inquisition. Somebody organized with ties to, quote, those across the sea, which is where the Cunari hail from. We've eliminated the Cunari as the most obvious suspects. Nonetheless, knowing who they are does not tell us who they are, what they're doing, or why. They're clever, we know that, and they have resources, but so do we, and they should learn that they are not to toy with the Inquisition. Liliana. Our options are... Liliana, if our investigations have any hope of success, we'll have to strike hard and fast before they even know we're looking. A coordinated effort hitting all the leads we have at once. Colin, this is pointless. I won't commit our forces to hunting a shadowy cabal obsessed with little chalk drawings. I say we forget this and focus on Corypheus. I'm guessing that Colin will have no rewards, whereas Liliana will have rewards.
Correct.
Yes.
Also, this obviously seems like something more in Liliana's wheelhouse.
Yes, it really does. For a point, the Akiaviri! Which I'm guessing is something from Skyrim. The name does not sound familiar to me. And by Skyrim, I mean Elder Scrolls.
Akaviri were the people who were the first sworn protectors to the Emperor.
I'm gonna turn you up. You're a little bit quiet. Oh, and Doc says hello, Sophie.
Hello! I've just been lurking. I've been playing RuneScape.
That's completely fine.
I've been watching you sometimes.
A master demon slaying rune. Compliments to your spy master. She is a resourceful woman. Once she traced our agent to Camion Bray, the match was ruled in her favor. Tell Sister Liliana to call off her dogs. Save them for Corypheus. We suspect also that she's gotten all she can from her Sir Helmuth. A caterpillar on a leaf does not know there is a forest about him. You will hear no more from us. Our intention was to watch, and we have seen enough. Corypheus threatens us all, and the Inquisition is Thedas' only hope for stopping him. Remember that, for the moment, we are not your enemy. As a gesture of goodwill, we share our knowledge. May it prove valuable in your coming battle. On behalf of the powers across the sea, the Executors. Jesus. What an interesting potential development. Negotiate a deal for weapons plans. I recently became aware of a talented and inventive young blacksmith from the Anderfells. Once we were introduced through my extensive connections, I negotiated a deal to obtain his weapon plans for the Inquisition. Unfortunately, I have just now been outbidded by a nobleman from Voldorma who maintains a private army. I would hate to lose those designs. Is there anything we can do? Sir Morris, the quartermaster. Liliana says, the Inquisition's need is great. Leave it to me. I'll have this nobleman persuaded. And Josephine says, I could attempt to find a compromise. Knowledge can be shared, after all. I'm sure the nobleman would be reasonable. Any suggestions on reward? Because I think Josephine would be best for this. She's usually great for negotiation. Also, I have to say, Doc and Gilver, I love that apparently the Elder Scrolls has a strict differentiation between monkey men and ape men. For also like us to know that the Akaviri are snake people. Possibly. Sorry, go ahead, Sophie.
It's because monkeys and apes are separate species in real life.
Oh, yes, they are. I'm just surprised that the game decided to maintain that distinction. A lot of them don't. But yes, Mikey, what you say?
Josephine provides a shield schematic, and Liliana provides a
cleaver/dagger schematic.
Ooh. Stabby.
Let's see what we have.
Oh. Nothing. I didn't get anything. I guess I already have the schematic. There.
Yeah.
The Voldorma nobleman should no longer get in our way. Once my agents explained the situation to him, he was quite content to step away. The Anderfell's blacksmith weapons designs are ours.
Yeah, you do already have the schematic.
Well, that's fine. Truth or Dare, the end game. Ah, this is for our girl. Ambassador Montelier, we have never met, but I believe you have, through discreet means, saved me from a most disagreeable connection. As I dislike being indebted to anyone, I shall endeavor to repay you with a news item of some interest. Were you aware that the Grand Duchess of Leeds recently paid a visit to Lake Celestine? Indeed, she stayed an entire fortnight as a guest of Duke Aveline Blanchard of Valmontaigne.
The rewards are no different, by the way. Pick out who you want to handle.
In light of her other connections and the curious amount of coin which spread across the region in the aftermath, you may wish to pay him a call. Sincerely, Duke Valérien Fontaine. Send our agents in. We can expose his connection to Florian for all the world to see. Or, if Duke Blanchard was conspiring with Florian, the Imperial Court would like to know. Let's do that. Ah, an amulet of power. Excuse me. Following the arrival of your letter, I invited my dear cousin Blanchard to Halam Sharal for an urgent consultation on the Inquisition, during which time I had his home thoroughly searched. A large sum of Tevinter gold was found in his chateau, as well as a room full of red lyrium. My cousin finds his stay at the Winter Palace shall be of some duration. Many thanks, Céline Velmont. Yeah, I figured she'd like that. Aid those impacted by the Civil War. The Imperial Army will aid the Inquisition's forces against Corypheus, but they must also address lingering issues at home. Weakness in the Vale, no doubt heightened due to rifts, has resulted in demons on the road between Valforet and Montsimard. This would demand a call to action at the best of times. Unfortunately, the increased number of travelers on the roads, merchants attempting to restore trade, and displaced civilians returning home after the war has made the situation worse.
Colin's option opens up a follow-up operation that grants you additional awards, or rewards, I should say.
Ooh, nice. Oh, it's okay, Doc. Doc says, I'm sorry, Elder Scrolls is one of my permanent hyperfixations. I'm always willing to discuss Elder Scrolls lore no matter what I'm into. Recently, Persona 4 has also become one of those. It's totally fine. Recently, Moon Knight's become one of those things for me. I feel ya.
I love the Elder Scrolls.
Sophie also loves the Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, it's also a permanent hyperfixation for Sophie.
Yeah.
This is a true. I have almost 1,000 hours in Skyrim in just Steam. That's not counting the thousands of hours I've put into Skyrim on the Xbox.
True. Doc says most excellent. Let's see, where were we? The head of the Imperial Army has requested assistance from the Inquisition in subduing this threat. Collins, you said, has the extension of the quest, so I will start with everybody else and then pick him. Merchants often travel with armed escorts, but civilians require safe shelter. We could petition the Chantry for aid on their behalf, says Josephine. Liliana says, I doubt the army needs the assistance of a full complement of soldiers. My agents can scout for the roads and divert travelers away from the worst areas. Colin says, a chance to solidify our alliance and prove ourselves their equal. A joint venture will also increase our understanding of the Imperial Army's structure and tactics. This is a good idea. A letter marked with a Chevalier seal. It was an honor to fight alongside the soldiers of the Inquisition. The demons stood little chance. You run an impressive army, Commander. Nothing seals an alliance like the bonds formed in battle. May we find similar victories together in the future. Chevalier Dusset. An offer.
Such a funny name.
Ah, this one only has one option. An offer from the Imperial Army. A letter marked with Chevalier seal. Commander, I understand your soldiers intend to pursue a party of Red Templars into the woods surrounding Valforet. We have not forgotten your assistance against the demons, and are we not sworn to aid your fight against Corypheus? Let us take up arms and cast these Templars out. Colin, our research alone would only have allowed for small sweeps of the area. With the Imperial Army's assistance, we may entirely rout the Red Templars from this region. Boom.
All right.
A fine victory. May our enemies feel its sting. Cheval de Jet. Alliances with angered eyes. Oh. Oh, they're talking about mods. I thought it was like, that axe is beautiful, and I'm like, what axe? I got an axe? He's talking about a mod. Alliances with anger eyes. It has come to violence. Lord de Rossier... de Rossier has directly challenged the holdings of our Lady Theobald. Lady Theobald. He claims their ties to the Inquisition are to blame for his loss of honor, which is technically true. His militia is poised to threaten several trade outposts, though his will to attack may not be absolute. Lady Richelle offers a barrage of names to clarify. Despite being ostracized, Lord Desirriere, oh my god, fucking French names. Desirriere retains many allies. While you can certainly hold him at bay, perhaps we should revisit another course. Uniting his house with that of your allied Thibault might both appease and profit all involved.
The reward is the same.
By
the but the outcome differs greatly in the sense that the implication for the world, or rather for RLA specifically, as well as some dialogue options in a cutscene will change.
I see. Do you
But,
have
and also some moral quandaries. It's entirely up to you. It's just the information provided. So
okay. The daughter, Celeste Tybalt, is still betrothed to a Leandri, but this is a war of sorts. In such times is not personal sacrifice preferable to bloodshed. Oh, they're trying to bully another girl into marrying a guy. It is, in fact, the only wise outcome, and I have already begun preparations. Are we understood? Lady Eustace Richelle. I expect that while it will not please all involved, asking for a marriage to end this would be quickly agreed upon to all parties. It is a language they all understand, Inquisitor. They have no teeth for fighting. Leona says we should commit lives to this mess? If we withdraw, our original goal is achieved. They are fractured, and none of this group is a threat. Cullen, we have the manpower to thwart Lord de Rossier. We choose a course, and we see it through. So our options are, make that girl marry them, leave, and let them kill each other, or go and kick that guy's ass. Go and kick that guy's ass.
No. I mean, if you want to know more, I can tell you more, but this is really up to you.
I don't like the idea of using this poor girl as a bargaining chip. I also don't like the idea of just letting them all die. Although, she did say they have no actual taste for fighting.
I can give you a concise summary, but with no details if you want.
I would like that, yes. I would like to know more.
If you complete it with Josephine, Celeste is married to Rossier, or however you pronounce it, as the matchmaker intends.
Mm-hmm.
If you complete it with Leliana, Jessin is killed. Celeste and Rossier are not married.
Mm-hmm.
Attempts by the matchmaker to ally the two houses continues with unknown success. So basically nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
If completed with Colin, Celeste is married to Jessin against the matchmaker's wishes.
Okay, so basically if we pick Colin, she gets to marry the guy she wants to marry.
In the first and in Josephine and Colin's options, you actually officiate the wedding.
Cool.
Then it will be a cutscene. If you do Leliana's thing, nothing happens.
And there is no cutscene because everybody dies.
And there is no cutscene, yeah, because everyone dies.
I'm gonna go with Colin. I want her to be able to marry the guy she wants to marry. Small joys in these times of shit. Lord de Rossier blockaded a number of trade routes, but his intent was only to posture. We faced token resistance to retake them. Expensive, but fortunately not in lives. Lady Richello is not impressed, as it was not the optimal outcome for her status calculations. The letter as follows. An adequate outcome, Inquisitor. A powerful name has been marginalized instead of put to use. The minor alliances formed in the wake are a modest achievement, but it will have to do. I've arranged the pairing of the lesser names left standing, that of Celeste Tybalt and Jason Leandre. They are thrilled because they are young, but as matchmaking goes, it's hardly inspiring. A letter has arrived from the Tybalts. My unending gratitude, Lady Inquisitor. I feared for the actions of my daughter if this matter had turned out differently. She's not yet fully understanding of the necessities of status. We are in your debt. Yeah, well, smack you upside the head. Your daughter's happiness matters, and fart in your general direction.
Does it?
Yes.
Does her happiness matter?
Yes. We also have
royal birth.
Yes. So we have one investigate the area thing, but I'm not going to click on that yet because we have side quests to do.
You just have side hose.
I gotta deal with the side hose.
I mean, yeah, that's how it works for rich people even today.
Yes.
They do political marriages and then they have side hose.
Yeah, I know.
It's like almost all of that is just open marriages.
Ugh. All right, let's see what we got. We got the greatest hits, which is a one-handed sword, and we got the Avenger, which is a one-handed sword. So these are for Cassandra. Let's see. The Avenger is very pretty, but weaker than what she has. The greatest hits is really chunky. Holy shit, look at this chunky sword. It almost looks like a tiny sword, like a dagger, that's been severely resized, which I think might have been the point. That might be exactly what it is. Holy shit. Oh my god. On hit, there's a chance to sing a defensive buff for all allies within 8 meters. That's nice. That one does way more damage. So we're going to keep the one she currently has, but oh my goodness. Yeah, Gilver always says that there is always an illegitimate child as well. At least one. The Knight's Second, which is the shield that we got. Whoa, that's a big shield. It looks like a dinner bowl. Blocks one melee attack every 30 seconds. But the 10% chance of just randomly doing Walking Fortress is also good. Alright, what do we got? Amulet of Power. Vivian. For Miss Vivian. Actually, let's just give me mine first. There we go. I have to put mine back on. Vivian. Come on. There you go. Excellent. All right. And then we have just some miscellaneous upgrades that are all kind of junky. But then we have some nice stuff. Well, the Sigil of the Arcane Horror is not, but we got some nice stuff. Let's go see what our horse is, and then we will go and attend the execution. Because we have a new horse. Oh, Tox is the amount of Persona 4 fanfics I've read where the protagonist's parents want to force him into a marriage so they can gain support politically or companyingly is astonishing. Actually, that's still a thing in Japan. It doesn't happen often, but they're...
Still a thing everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. But it's still a thing in Japan. Arranged marriages to solidify oh my gosh, either political power or company mergers is a thing. And I am very disappointed to know that.
Same thing happens here in the US.
Sell that. Bleh. Stable! Hello, Ernesto. Alright, what did we get? Okay. Still have several unknowns. Is this the new one? Oh, it is. No, it's not. I forgot about this horse, though. Our samurai horse.
What's that?
Oh, I can't find our new horse.
Oh, like the 6th March or whatever?
It's called the 6th March?
Yeah, or something like that.
Michael.
The Royal 16, that's what it is.
Oh, here it is.
Yes.
Deer.
Red beads sell on the Grand Exchange for 2,000 gold.
Keep you need 1 bead of each color for a quest, so keep them.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sell the extras.
Look at this beautiful thing! It's got some funky painted fur on it. Look at you! It's got gold antlers. Holy shit.
That
Ferb,
thing.
look at this beautiful thing. And
That
also, there is a treat for you in the chat. Could Sophie be turned up more? Absolutely.
That thing's crazy.
How is this? I have turned Sophie up some more.
Meow, 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 meow.
Perfect. What kind of name should we
meow,
give
meow.
this one?
That's my impression of the cat avatars in Toontown.
Oh my god. I'm gonna name this thing Dahlia, because it's a pretty name for a pretty deer. You will be my mount for now, Dahlia. You match my outfit, too, actually. I just noticed. We have the same hair color, the same purple, the same lighter purple accent, and the same red. It's me in deer form. Beautiful. It is like a big holla. Beautiful holla. Named Dahlia. Unless I should also... Well, no, because Ernesto didn't have a potato-based name. All the nugs have potato-based names. Why is there randomly fire? Oh, it's the torch. It's just blowing in the wind. Okay. I was like, what the fuck? To Val Royo! We have to check out an execution. Let's go. Who wants to watch a guy die? Dahlia just makes me think of Dahlia, which makes me... Oh, Delilah, which makes me think of the song Hey There, Delilah. More like an Irish elk? An Irish name, maybe. She does make me think of the Mary Lude, but the Mary Lude is a horse. We'll call her Mary. Mary's an Irish name. Or they named a lot of their kids Mary. I actually think that Mary isn't an Irish name, but they've named a lot of their kids Mary. Dahlia reminds me of a fucked up doctor. Okay, then not Dahlia.
Just name it. Name the horse Connor and get it over.
Connor?
Name it Skippy.
Connor is an Irish name.
But it's a... Well, I mean, it is a buck. It is a buck, actually, with the big antlers. You mean Skippy?
O'Connor?
O'Connor.
O'Connor?
I was going to argue that it was I was going to argue that it was female, Michael, and then I paused and I went, well, no, it is a guy. It has all of those big antlers. You don't have to yell.
Come on now.
Name it O'Brien.
O'Brien after
Star Trek.
The Star Trek.
Yeah, after the guy who constantly dislocates his shoulder.
Hey, I mean, it's accurate. If he did it once, he's probably going to do it again.
Okay, the deer's name is O'Brien. Oh, it's O'Brien. Name it Sethius just to insult Corypheus. I would never dishonor my horse with such a horrible name.
Sorry to anyone named Seth.
I was going to jokingly say.
But I guess you deserve it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Michael. Making my cooldowns even shorter. Ah, look at that! Your own petard is hoisting you. No points. 3 points. Alright, time to get some passives for this boy. Regain stamina with every kill. Dit. Any foe whose current health is lower than your own. Oh, that'll be good. At this point, I'm just collecting passives for everybody. Okay. We got you everything. You got a bunch of fun stuff here. There's this. Ooh, enemies that attempt to interrupt your casting are struck with arcs and leave them paralyzed. Let's do it. Static cage. Trap an enemy in an electric field that paralyzes those who try to leave. That's funny. By standing still, you enter a minute. Ooh. There you go. Quicker cooldown times for everybody. Sethius Green. Here's a super Irish name. Oh my gosh. Onision. I see. That's not a bad Irish name. I think we'll stick with O'Brien, though, because there's no way I'm going to remember Onision. That's just because my memory...
Cyril Mornay, for your crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the murders of General Vincent Callier, Lady Laurette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers.
Oh boy.
You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense?
He says sad.
Who's this man to Blackwall? A brother? A friend?
They're going to kill him.
Good grasp of the obvious, this one.
Proceed.
Now is he going to save him? Or is he here to watch him die? Oh.
A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given, and he followed them like any good soldier.
You're the one who gave them, aren't you?
He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Blackwall!
No, I am not Blackwall.
I knew it.
Was Blackwall. Warden Blackwall is dead, and has been for years.
Are you not a Black Warden?
His name to hide like a coward.
Grey Warden.
Who I really
A Grey
am.
Warden.
You, after all this time.
That's why he didn't hear the song.
It's over. I'm
That's
done
why
hiding.
he's not a Grey Warden.
I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Tom Rainier.
Oh my god. That's a hell of a mask also, and it's kind of amazing. That's why he didn't hear them singing. He's not a Grey Warden. He never drank the blood. Oh, my heavens. I did not see that coming. I thought he was a Grey Warden the whole time, but he was just kind of lying, but...
Imagine having romanced him.
Oh, you'd be so betrayed! Oh. Well, he fainted from shock. I think it's more the more impressive mask was Tom's. Yeah. Bleh.
From all we've heard, it seems
There is no doubt. Captain Tom Rainier.
He wore the shield.
That is concerning, yes.
Concerning? He's a butcher.
I don't think they knew.
The pauldrons of her dress are magnificent. I don't know how they stand that way. Hi.
Inquisitor.
To prison! That's why he's always so antsy about discussing warden stuff. Yeah. Let's sentence him to become an actual Grey Warden. We did save them. Oh, you think that cool dress is Ferelden? Yeah, actually, it might be. It's from Ferelden and not Orlais. Holy poopy! If everybody has a fun twist like this, I'm gonna end up screaming at the end, were any of you who said you said you were? Thankfully, I don't think that's the case. I think we've just about gotten the completion of everybody else's thing, and I have not seen any signs that anybody else was bullshitting me. Like, we're not gonna wake up tomorrow and find out that Cassandra's like, I'm not actually Cassandra Pendergast, I lied. Like, scusi? The Inquisitor's whole life is a lie. I mean, it kind of is at this point. Everything anybody thinks they know about knows about us is probably not true. All right, where is he? This way. Oh, it's only me. Blackwall, I'm getting you out of here. You know that, right? Hi.
I didn't take Blackwall's life. I traded his death. He wanted me for the Wardens, but there was an ambush. Darkspawn. He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man. But a good man, the man he was, wouldn't have let another die in his place.
You think?
I think that you should hear him out.
I think so. Yeah.
The arc, I'll just say that I'm trying to think of a way to say this without telling you anything.
Gilver said Iron Bowl. I'm not actually a Kunari, I'm a broom. No, I am going to sympathize with him, I think.
You just handle it however you think.
You saved that man. That took courage.
Courage? I killed innocent people. Destroyed Mornay's life and the lives of others like him. One moment of courage will not make up for that. Why are you here?
I needed you to know you aren't alone in this.
Don't you understand? I gave the order to kill Lord Callier, his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they were doing. When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason while I was pretending to be a better man. This is what I am. A murderer, a traitor, a monster.
I know you're more than what you say. Have some faith in yourself.
Yes.
I need to know about Blackwall. The real Blackwall.
We met in a tavern when I was on the run. I was nothing, a waste of life. But he wanted to recruit me. We headed to Valshavan for the joining. But Blackwall insisted on making a stop along the way. An old ruin from one of the previous blights. He said it led to the deep roads. I was to go down alone, find a dark spawn, and fill a vial with its blood. When I returned, I found the warden ambushed by more of the creatures. He took a blow for me. He shouldn't have died. It should have been me.
Not saying I disagree, but Blackwall clearly thought you were worth saving.
That's not as nice as I wanted it to say.
He would have wanted me to carry on to Valshavan, I'm certain. But without Blackwall, there's no proof that I've been recruited. That I didn't kill him. I couldn't go to the wardens. But I couldn't just walk away. So, Rainier died. And Blackwall lived.
Who were you before this mess?
I was a captain in the Orlesian army. Well regarded, respected. But it wasn't enough. One mistake. One mistake and everything I worked for fell apart.
Who was Mornay?
The man on the gallows, Mornay. Who was he?
My second in command. He was a good man. When I heard he'd been caught, I was resolved to stop his execution. Couldn't let another die for my mistake.
I need to know the details of what you did. Who you killed, why.
I betrayed the Empire and assassinated a general, all for gold. The man was General Vincent Callier. My employer was a Chevalier, Robert Chapuis. Sir Robert believed that Grand Duke Gaspard was the rightful ruler of Orlais and would eventually take the throne. He thought that by eliminating one of Celine's loyal supporters, he might endear himself to the true Emperor. I can't say if Robert's plan would have worked. I didn't care. There was good coin offered, and I took it. By the time Sir Robert's involvement was uncovered, I was long gone. Of course, the Grand Duke disavowed any knowledge of the act and publicly condemned it. Robert killed himself. Poison in his wine. Another victim of the great game.
You got your men to help you. What did you tell them?
They didn't know who they were attacking.
I
told them it was an important mission. They trusted me without question. Just as your men trust you.
Armies are weapons. Weapons don't wield themselves.
Weapons don't have lives, families, dreams. An army is not just a weapon.
Well, it sounds like you're not as heartless as you say you are, does it?
My reports say that Callier was with his family. You had them all slaughtered.
I didn't know Callier would be traveling with his family. I assumed only soldiers, armed guards. My men had been told to eliminate everyone. They'd seen war. They thought they were defending their country. No one likes to think about that. But it's names that carry power in this world. Bloodlines. Heirs. No matter how leaders like Celine or Gaspard pretend the game is played, that's how real war is waged.
That shouldn't be how wars are fought. There's no need.
War is unfair, and the sky is blue. But you're right. There was no need for what I did.
There's another thing I'm still wondering.
Yes.
Apparently no.
That's all for now.
Ooh, let's head back to Skyhold, and then we're gonna save, because it's time to wrap it up, and you guys will have to wait till Monday.
If you want to wrap it up, this is, I believe, culminated with a judgment. You can you perform an operation to bust him out, and then you can judge him.
I see. All right.
Or you can just let it, like, leave him to his fate.
I'm not gonna do that. Thank you, Colin. You came here lickety-split.
Give me the overview.
Looks like our friend was once a respected captain in the Imperial Orlesian army. Before the Civil War, he was turned, persuaded to assassinate one of Celine's biggest supporters. He led a group of fiercely loyal men on this mission, and told them nothing of it. His men took the fall for him. A few lucky ones, like Mornay, managed to escape.
Let me guess. Our spy master had this lying around somewhere, didn't she?
It would have been difficult for anyone to connect Blackwall to Rainier. Even Liliana has something of a blind spot when it comes to wardens.
I wonder why that is.
What do we do now? Blackwall... Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
If it were up to you, what would happen?
What he did to the men under his command was unacceptable. He betrayed their trust, betrayed ours. I despise him for it. And yet he fought as a warden, joined the Inquisition, gave his blood for our cause.
He doesn't even have warden powers.
Past, he turns around and owns up to it. Why?
Some part of you is impressed by what he did, isn't it?
Saving Mornay the way he did took courage. I'll give him that.
It reminds
but
you
I
of
can't
yourself.
Tell you what to do.
It reminds him of himself. I can tell. Get him out.
Have Rainier released to us.
We must move quickly. We can explore our options back at Skyhold.
If it's an option, I'm gonna tell him that he should do the joining. Make good on what you said you'd do. Optional, order the advisors to find a way to release Rainier from prison, which is what I'm pretty sure I just did. A quick save just in case it's not. Oh boy. You can tell that this was a big leaf because of how quiet I was picking all of my options. I just realized that while we were talking to him at prison, I was completely silent. It's okay, we can tell it's major for you. Aw, thank you. I do not like being lied to. I try to understand, though. It is a very heavy thing. This explains why he was always so snappy. And why he, like, didn't want to talk about, like, fucking anything. More than half the game, Blackwall doesn't want to tell us a damn thing. It reminds me of Sten, or Sten, rather, from the last game. I keep calling him Sven. Alright. So who do I talk to? I am assuming that I talk to her.
Yes.
No. War
Let's
table
speak
then.
later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. It's the war
Bye
table
bye.
then, I think. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Alright.
You remember during Borderlands?
Yeah.
I'm gonna die. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Alright. Tom Rainer's fate. Ah, so this is if I just let him die. Release an alternative. Liliana informs me that your contacts in the underworld could aid in having Rainier released from prison. This route would conveniently mask the Inquisition's involvement. Whereas this... If you think it's worthwhile, we can have Tom Rainer, previously known to us as Blackwall, released from the Valrayo prison in which he awaits justice. Keep in mind that he is wanted in Orlais for the massacre which claims the life of Lord Venice Callier, general and staunch ally of Celine and all of his family. I leave this in your hands. Aha. 2 problems, 1 solution. Okay, let's see. Connections. I can request a special dispensation from the Elysian throne, allowing Tom Rainier to be transferred to Inquisition custody. This may anger some, but after Halam Shabral, they do owe us a favor. 2 problems, 1 solution. There was a traitor to our cause, a man similar in build and appearance to Rainier. We bind and gag him and have him take Rainier's place. He is condemned instead, and the world believes that Rainier has paid the price. Jeez. So we have a guy we can replace him with, who we were gonna execute anyway. Halif. We can storm the prison with a small force and take Rainier into our custody. Valrayo's prison guards will oppose us, and we should be prepared for casualties. Or alternatively, we can have some people in the underground bust them out of prison.
1 second. What are the names of the 2 operations?
Rainier's release, an alternative, and Tom Rainier's fate. For Tom Rainier's fate, probably the one that ties everything into a neat little bow is probably Liliana's, which is, we had a guy we were gonna execute anyway, who looks like Blackwall. Swap him, and you judge his ass. So we'll see. I don't like that idea, but if it's a guy who's already gonna die and he ain't innocent, then we may be able to switch a guy who's definitely a traitor for somebody who has found redemption, or could still find redemption.
I would ask you to consider Blackwall's perception in this, which is...
That is true.
If you replace him with another person, then he's just gonna feel like somebody else has died because of him.
For him. That's true, too. No, you're right. Should probably be upfront about it and just call in a favor. Because I don't want to storm the place, and I also think sneaking him out is not going to be something that Blackwall will be happy with. So I think what I'm going to do, unless you would advise not to, is to use connections and request he be given to us by the Orlesian throne.
I think, well, Rainier's the alternative.
Mm-hmm.
I believe is good as well.
It's good as well. The route would conveniently mask the Inquisition's involvement. That's true. An offer whispered in the right circles, the dungeon factions vying for our favor will see who desires it most. Okay. Let's bust him out.
Inquisitor.
Rainier was brought to Skyhold Gates under cover of darkness. It's best not to ask how. Bring him before me.
Judge his ass.
Yep. I'm gonna make him do the joining, if that's an option. They saw something in you.
Well.
He may not survive that, though. Alright. I want to save him, and I want him to realize that he can be a better person and that he should probably actually become a Grey Warden. My invisible throne! I also have not seen my court gesture. Where is she? Whatever. Alright. Let's fucking go. Time to judge his lying ass, yeah.
For judgment this day, Inquisitor, I must present Captain Tom Rainier, formerly known to us as Warden Blackwall. His crimes... well, you are aware of his crimes. The decision of what to do with him is yours.
I didn't think this would be easy, but it's harder than I thought.
Another thing to regret. Using your ties to the underworld to free me. You're a criminal, same as me.
Yeah, you didn't like that.
Will learn how you've used
I mean, he doesn't like it regardless.
They'll know the Inquisition is corrupt.
I wish there'd been another way, but my options were limited.
You could have left me there. I accepted my punishment. I was ready for all this to end. Why would you stop it? What becomes of me now?
Do you want me to tell you what the outcomes are?
Sure.
If you pardon him, Blackwall greatly approves.
Oh, if I tell him, atone, you're free, he will really like that I did this.
Sarah approves, and nobody disapproves.
Yeah!
If you give him to the Wardens after the Inquisition ends, Blackwall greatly approves. Sarah slightly approves. However, there is a subsequent dialogue where if you tell him good riddance, then he greatly disapproves. And servitude to the Inquisition, Sarah disapproves and Blackwall greatly disapproves.
I wouldn't do that.
If you, I'm not going to spoil the specifics of what happens. I've done the first two options. The pardon and then giving him to the Wardens, and I actually found the pardon one to be the most satisfying.
Telling him you're gonna have to actually make up for this shit, you don't get to take the easy way out.
The Warden solution I found was actually a little underwhelming by comparison, yeah.
Okay. I'll pick that one, but I am curious, what do the Wardens do with him?
What do you think they do with him?
They'd make him do the joining?
Does
he die from it?
Well, I can't answer that.
Good to know.
I personally found the pardon to be the most satisfying. Yeah.
Okay, then in that case, I'll do that.
Because this choice does directly impact his future in the epilogue.
Yeah, where he can choose to join them if he wants to, I suppose. Which I would hope he would. Also, I'm sorry, I've been trying not to laugh, but Gilver has said, say that the two following things he has said should be said with the same energy as Khonshu in that episode where he's just hovering over Mark's shoulder, screaming that he should break Harrow's fucking neck. And Gilbert says, "Shave him! Pluck his eyebrows!" God, he has such bushy eyebrows, long hair, and lustrous beard. If we shaved him completely bald, I think he'd look horrifying. Because he looks so jarringly different. Alright. You will make amends for these crimes.
You have your freedom.
It cannot be as simple as that.
It isn't. You're free to atone as the man you are, not the traitor you thought you were, or the warden you pretended to be.
The man I am. I barely know him. But I have a lot to make up for. If my future is mine, then I pledge it to the Inquisition. My sword is yours. If I'd said anything less, would an arrow from the rookery have snuffed me like a candle?
Take your post, Tom Rainier.
You didn't answer that question.
I will not answer that question. The answer is actually no, but he doesn't need to know that. We shave him and then we can make a glorious wig for Soulless, says Doc. Oh, God.
The punishment is that you have to serve the rest of your days as hair for Soulless.
You have to be his wig in multiple senses of the word. Because I know that there's multiple definitions of that. Alright. Let's see. I don't have any more. Alright, we've done all of this. I'll level these guys up and then we'll save. Doing more damage to their guard with every hit. Excellent. More guard break. Vivienne has 3 points to spend. We have given her all the power of sword. Let's give her more power of frost. Barrier explodes into wild magic when an enemy destroys it, and the blast freezes all nearby enemies. Yes! That's actually excellent for somebody who's got, who's a melee caster. Enemies that attempt to interrupt your casting are struck by arcs that leave them paralyzed. Both. Freeze them and paralyze them. Be zapped. Everyone be zapped. Cole. We did Cole already. Blackwall. How many points you got to spend, Blackwall? None. You've been absent. We're going to have to bring him on a lot of quests.
Everyone levels up at the same rate.
I know, but he wasn't here.
I don't know what that means.
Like, he was physically absent, so there may have been a time where he wasn't getting any.
Everyone levels at the same rate.
I get it. Gilver said no. We need to use it to give Varric more chest hair. Oh my god.
I don't think Varric needs more chest hair.
He can always use more chest hair.
Well, the verdict is in, apparently.
I can't say a joke that I want to say because that would spoil so much.
Spoiler, in the next game, Varric bald. Completely. Not a speck of hair on his head, nor his chest. And his arms and legs too, probably.
Doc knows. Doc probably has a gist of the type of joke I was gonna make.
Doc says that's truer than you think, joking. And Gilver says he deserves it! Alright. Well, we will go on to, let's see, next time we're going to hunt a wyvern for Vivian, and we will take Vivian to do such a hunt. But for now, we will be ending it there. And let's see, will you be here on Friday, Sophie?
Yeah.
For Borderlands? Awesome. So we'll be back on Friday with Borderlands. He could rock bald. He could. But we've never seen him without his coif. But anyway. So I hope you guys all had a good time. And I hope that we will see you on Friday for Borderlands 2. Yes, some bordering of the lands, in fact. As always, all of my social links below the video, both here on Twitch and on YouTube. Including a link to my Patreon for as little as $1. You get all kinds of crazy cool shit, including access to the Discord, the ability to vote in polls, free wallpapers, watching a movie with us.
The right to vote.
Yes, the right to vote for as little as $1. It can be yours. That transitioned me into an amazing thing that I didn't tell you guys about, and I can't believe I didn't tell you. Guess what I fucking saw in my yard today? Not one, but 2 bald eagles. Apparently they like to fly up the river to nest. And one swooped over my house, and the other one was perched in my neighbor's tree eating something it caught. And, it apparently pissed off a raven, and I know it was a raven because it was big as hell, but it was flying across our yard, cawing, all ticked off, probably because it was there. And all the other birds started freaking out, and that's when I noticed, I'm like, is that a fucking bald eagle? It was. And, you know, duo democracy? Yes. First said, wow, how American. You know, that was actually kind of my thought. I'm like, holy shit, it's the freedom bird. Internet's ruined me. Oh my god.
I can finally feel proud.
I can feel proud of this bird whose majestic call is actually not that majestic. The call
and the bird's also actually pretty stupid.
It is actually very stupid.
It's actually perfect for our country.
Yeah, it is. That call that you always hear, that's not an eagle, that's a hawk.
What
Eagles
does an eagle sound like?
I'm pretty sure they just kind of yell. They like squawk. They're like,
it's just like a recording of a guy yelling.
They could be, for all I fucking know. Now look one up. They do not sound the way you think they do. Bald eagles have a warble, don't they? Yeah. They like warbly squawk. It's not a very impressive noise, is the point. It's perfect. It's perfect, isn't it? We've dubbed it over with a cooler sounding bird. It's the most American thing, isn't it? Anyway, once again, thank you all for stopping by. I hope you had a great time. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I hope that we'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You gotta say goodbye to Sophie.
Fine.
You don't have to.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers over on Patreon and give a special shout out to Jack Fox, Old Monster, A Ferb Among Us, Zeno, Dezarin, Revolution 72, The Dr. Fat, Eudemon, Gilver, and Arachnia. Thank you guys so much for your continued